Hello again, it's the floppy ragdoll here. Now, I thought I might try one of those commentaries where they tell little stories about shit, so I thought I'll do that and give it a go, see how it goes. I have a few stories racked up from my past. A few of them being how I snapped my leg, what's wrong with my heart. Well, it's not really my heart, but that's what I'm going to be saying today at least. Just because I might give it a go. Just quickly on this gameplay, basically all I'm ever using is the tactical knife. Thought it might be pretty fun. I do kill one guy with the pistol at one point just because desperate times call for desperate measures. And there is one point where I fast forward because it is absolutely uneventful and I'm running away from a helicopter. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. Basically, what happened is last year, ever since I was a kid, I always had problems like when I was walking through shops, and then I'd always have to stop because I get really bad stomach cramps or really bad lightheadedness, or mainly both of them mixed. And I kept telling Mum about it, and she kept saying, yeah, we should probably go to the doctor about it, and we both forgot so many times until finally last year when we decided, well, you know, I've been saying it over the years so many times that I might as well just go. So sure enough, she took me down to the general practitioner, the doctor, and he sort of laughed at me for saying that I get stomach cramps and lightheadedness from just standing there and walking for about half an hour. And but I was like, oh, okay, sweet. He just laughed at me. And he sent me off to a specialist just to be sure. And I went to the specialist, the heart specialist, and he asked me everything, and then he goes, okay, come in for a test tomorrow. So sure enough, I did. I went in for the test, and basically the test was just standing there. Literally, they had a doctor there with me, and she said, right, stand there for 10 minutes. I'll be back in at about 8 minutes, and I'll put a ultrasound in your chest. So you know, like when they do the thing to get to see if your baby is in the right position. Basically, they did that on my chest to have a look at my veins. So they did that, and when she came back, she goes, "How you feeling?" I go, "Pretty shit." And she goes, "Oh, okay, I'll just put this on your chest now." And just as she touched the thing on my chest, I blacked out. I floppy ragdolled onto this woman that I just met, like just on her shoulder. And if you can imagine like someone carrying like a body out of battle over their shoulder, that was like me, except on this stubby woman. She just threw me on the bed. Apparently Mum was standing there trying to help her carry me. But yes, so that was a bit of a frightening moment because I had no idea what happened, neither did the doctor. Then they went on to do more tests, such as attach things to my chest, and I had to walk around for 24 hours with this thing reading my heartbeat on my chest and all sort of shit, and they didn't really get much from that. So I did another test, so I stand there, except this time she's holding the thing on my chest the whole time. I blacked out again onto her after 10 minutes of just standing still, and that's a nice kill, by the way. And she didn't tell me anything about what happened. She just said, we'll get back to you. So, okay. And then I come back 2 days later for this tilt table test, and that wasn't fun. Basically, if you can imagine Frankenstein's bed, like where they tape Frankenstein to the bed, just pretty much a straight bed that you tape to, and then it tilts from the bottom, from your feet upwards, so you go from lying down to a vertical position, and basically that brings on gravity to your body in a far stronger way, so you can test for things such as whatever they were testing for. And they said they were going to get me from lying down to the vertical position within 2 minutes. So 45 degrees would obviously take a minute to get there, so it's just going to be slow rising, and then so I was on my way up, I started feeling like shit, and then he put me down after 45 degrees, after a minute, and I was like, wasn't I supposed to be up there longer, doctor? And he goes, you have to come see this. And he took me off the bed, and he goes, how are you feeling? I go, I was feeling pretty shit when I was on the bed. He goes, no wonder. And he showed me a graph of my heart rate, and basically you see me when I'm lying down, and as it got to the minute mark, it dropped off the scale. My heart rate went so low, the scale could not read it. And he was genuinely scared when it happened. He thought he'd killed me. I was just lying there pale as, because I was feeling like shit. And yeah, so that was when I found out that it could be quite serious. Go back to the doctors a week later while there's all this deliberation with what's going on, and it turns out I only found this out last year, I have a severe case of Vagal Syncope. Whatever that is. I only found out what it was until after I found out I had it. Basically what it means is it's when you have a fault in the main nerve going to your heart that tells your heart to beat. So with you, when you stand up, your nerve tells your heart to beat faster to account for gravity when you stand up. So when you're sitting down, it's at a pretty constant rate. When you stand up, it speeds up. And then, yes, nuke, take that motherfucker. But when I stand up, it keeps my heart at the same rate as if I was lying down. So that's why if I sit down, it sort of remedies it. It sort of gets my blood pressure back to normal, because it's normal when I'm sitting down, but when I stand up, it just can't handle it. It's not low blood pressure as such, because they wouldn't have normal blood pressure when they're sitting down like I do. But yeah, that's pretty much my problem. So if I stand up for 10 minutes, I'll black out. And if I walk for half an hour, I'll black out. But if I run, it doesn't affect me because the blood pumps, so I can play sports. Don't worry. So yeah, hope you enjoy the story and the gameplay. My first nuke on this profile. And just comment below if you've got a problem, if you like the commentary, and if you want me to do more stories. So yeah, just give me a heads up with what the haps is, and I'll catch you guys later.